What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW, and today we're going to go over a nice day trading recap plus a good solid lesson within it. Check it out. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and jump into this video here. We're going to go over one small cap, overall market, a little tidbit on oil if you're interested, and my live trade as well. Okay, so let's see, where are we gonna get started today? Smash the like button. I think I earned it on this one. Smash the like button for me, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you're alerted every single time I upload a video, and make sure to check out the links in the description section below. You got multiple links there. Okay, you have a trade idea scanner, 15% off coupon code down there. You also have Webull. If you download the app, fund your account with $100, you get 2 free stocks. Right now they have a special going on here, so the value of the stocks range between $12 to up to $1,400. I've seen some people get 12, 20, 30, and $50 and $60 stocks very recently, as in the last couple weeks. So definitely you want to make sure you can jump on that and take advantage of it. And now we're going to go ahead and jump into this. Let's talk about oil first. Then we're going to go into the small cap, then the live trade. So oil, if you might be confused if you saw yesterday, oil's in negative territory, etc. What we're talking about there is that the May contracts for oil futures were in or are in negative territory. I believe the June ones, as of this morning, were trading at about $15. And July, I'm not sure if it was already in the 20s. The further out you go, the more value you can find in those contracts currently. But that's what's going on with that. And that's part of the reason why the market gapped down as much as it did today. Let's go ahead and cover this small cap. Check out this small cap. It's WATT. I believe I had that one as my number one on the watch list this morning. Let's take a look at it here on this chart. WATT. So yeah, here you go. Like this, it would have been a nice entry in here above VWAP, looking for a push up to test high a day. I mean, that's very low risk entry, but it failed. It failed. Now we broke up above VWAP, increase in volume here. If it holds VWAP, we might get that squeeze up to high of day test area and see what it does. It's actually really interesting there, but it's hard to trust this now after this failure. Then we had, like I said, SPY, Now SPY's failing, but we had this huge gap down. Boom. It made a nice, strong red to green move, very strong red to green move. Okay, and now it's broken back underneath VWAP. Here, the short play for me would have been very easy, break under VWAP, this little pop here towards this 90 MA VWAP area could have been a starter entry. Probably would have never added to full position because we don't get to test VWAP completely. But now, take some profit off down here in front of the low of the day, hold on to some looking for further downside. And it would have been on puts. I would have done that on puts, obviously. But SPY, guys, look at this chart. That's a wild looking chart. There, in my opinion, is a lot of downside left to this thing. Down here at least 270, and honestly, 260, 250 is not out of the question. It's going to be an interesting summer. We'll just leave it at that. It's going to be an interesting summer, and it's going to be a little scary, I think. But we're going to go ahead and continue on with today's trade. Today's trade is brought to you by Boeing. Once again, guys, BA has been just an ATM machine for me. I really enjoy trading this stock. One of the things that I've learned trading futures, and my new futures account isn't fully finished set up yet. Should be here soon, I believe this week. So hopefully I can start trading either this week or next week back on futures. But one of the things I've learned to trade on, one of the things that futures has allowed me to learn is how to trade one chart. And it's not that I want to just trade one chart forever, because I have traded different, things, but it's allowed me to, when I go in to something like WATT and I'm not liking what I see, and that rhymed, and I'm looking at VXRT and I'm like, don't think there's much there for me right now. Here's VXRT. There was a real nice move to be had here. But when I saw it, I was already focused on Boeing. It allows me to say, okay, well, I'm not liking the SPY right now. I'm not liking WATT. What chart am I familiar with right now that I can probably go over there, maybe make a couple bucks? Boeing. So I come on over to Boeing, which I look at every morning, and I throw out my lines, and I took a trade on it. And my first trade on it is a loser. My second trade on it is a winner. And I'm really, really happy with the performance because it's a nice green day today. A little bit over a base hit, nothing huge. The second trade on it was really over a double, but since I was already red on the first trade, I'm just green on the day with a nice base hit, and I'll take that any day because base hits win games. So let me get Boeing here. We got it right there, and let's zoom in. Boeing gap down this morning. Boeing gap down. First of all, you know what? I want to show you something on the daily here, on my other charts. I want you to see this wedge that's forming, and I'm sure you see it here. Let me get myself a little bit smaller. I'm sure you see it there, but it doesn't look as clean as when you see it here. Can you see it there? Let's zoom this in a little bit. There we go. You see that wedge right there? This is going to be interesting, and we're down here now at the bottom part of this wedge, and we're still a little bit of ways away from the end of it. But this is going to be a very, very interesting development there on the daily. So keep your eyes on that. Let's see what happens. Whoops. So this morning, I came in here. I looked at my levels. I said, okay, we got, some resistance here at 139. The bottom of this candle, general area, bottom of this candle, bottom of this candle right here, bottom of this one, bottom of this one, So I would figure that would be a little bit of resistance today. If we broke over that and held it, then we had a shot at squeezing at least to, I'd say, 142, 143 to 144. Okay, that was my thought process on the day. So when you switch over here to the 3-minute, we dipped down here real quickly to 138, and we started to pop up here. I really, really wanted to buy my calls right there, and I would have banked, but I was unsure. I was looking at the SPYs very close to the bell. It's only like 9 minutes into the day. So I was like, I don't know. I'm not sure. And I hesitated. And hesitation cost, here's where the lessons are going to start to come in, okay? Hesitation cost me money here because I was spot on, with my analysis. If we broke over 139 and held it, we could squeeze up to 142 to 144, I said. This is 137 and change down here. This right here is 138.50. This right here is 139, where you saw resistance here, and we broke through it and held it. And the high of day is right underneath 142. 141. What's the high of day? Let me just come here. 140. Oh, it's right here. High of day 141.89. Okay, just underneath 142. So it would have worked out perfectly. So I missed this, and when I missed this, I kind of FOMO'd into this. And I'm pretty upset with myself on that. And I got that trade live here for you, and I'm going to show it to you. It was my first trade this morning. I went in with call options. Okay, I took 4. I really wanted to take 5, but I realized I FOMO'd into this. So I was like, well, let me not take another one here and expose myself to more risk. I bought into this candle when we pushed up here and pulled it back in real quickly. I bought in, and I bought in a little bit too high. And that was the wrong play. I should have waited and see if we got a deeper pullback to like this area here and see if it would hold, if the 139 would hold again. So here's the action we get. I'm in 4 of them at $4.23. Watch. We start to dip down there. And now, had I waited to get in down here, I would have gotten in at a better, way better average, and well underneath $4. Instead, what happened here is I FOMO'd into it. So since I FOMO'd into it, I have a bad entry, okay? And now my stop loss is too deep. So I'm like, if I hold this to my stop, this is going to be a real bad loss if I get stopped out. Had I gotten in where I should have and held to my stop, then it would have been an affordable or a responsible stop loss. It would have been a loss within my realm of normalcy. So emotions would not have kicked in there. It would have been part of the process. Well, I FOMO'd into it, and that cost me money because now I got to stop out of it here because I'm uncomfortable. And I close it out there and I lose $117 instantly. And the only reason I lost so little is because I forced myself to just get out of this. I said to myself, you're in a bad place. You didn't get a good entry. You're uncomfortable. If you hold this all the way down to your actual stop, you're going to lose a lot of money. So you either got to hold on tight here to the actual plan that you should have developed to begin with, or just stop out of this and see if you can re-enter it on a better setup. So I do that. I stop out of it right there, which was, I'm super happy I was able to, emotionally control that and do it. And then I waited for another setup where I can get everything I wanted. And I get it. We start to hold the area. So I'm back in at 417, okay? I'm back in at 417. They're going off at 395, 405, 415 on the ask. So, okay, we hit that spot. I know where my stop now is. I know that, worst case scenario here, I'm going to lose $100 and something, not over there where I would have probably lost upwards of 200. And now I have my full size five contracts. Okay. And now, since I'm already red on the day, I got to be ultra conservative with my take profits here and take profits up here on the bulk of it, because by doing that at this point, I'm just going to bring myself back to break even on the day. And therefore, the next two contracts I have, if I sell them at a loss, it'll be a small loss, or I can even stop out of them at break even. Okay. These are the April 24th expiration 145 contracts, 145 strikes. And now I'm just looking to see if we're going to go ahead and make the move. And I'm going to fast forward this a little bit because the video is getting a little bit long, just because, solid little lessons like that do take a little bit of explanation to go over. I start to get my limit orders ready to get out of this. We're holding my zone, which is this right here. We're holding my zone. As soon as we make new highs, I lift up my mental stop. There we go. We make that new push right there. Whoops. There we go. We make that new push right there. Boom. And I already have an order at the ready to sell 3 contracts at $4.50. That's my plan right there. We make a new high. I want to sell some up there. And then now my stop, I lifted it up to this 139.50 area instead of down here near to the 139. And that's my mental stop. So there we go. We get the push. I have my order out at $4.50 to sell 3 contracts. Got $4.50 on the ask. I'm just waiting to see if we get that push. I know that if we got a quick little pop to 140, 141, I'm going to get a fill. There's no doubt about it in my mind. I'm going to get a fill right there. And it should be coming up here soon. We got that 450 out there. There we go. I got it right there. So let me rewind it real quick so we can see it. 450. That's my limit order out there. We're fighting it there. We're getting closer. We get that push. Boom. 460 goes on the ask. I get my fill. I'm back to basically break even on the day there. Now, probably a little bit green actually. Now I have 2 contracts left. Okay. And I'm looking to scale out of those one at a time. So I'm going to sell one at 485. And then I'm looking to sell the other one at $5 or over. I could have sold it at $5. I could have, because we break over $5. But I wanted to hold on to it because, you know what? I'm already green on the day. I have 1 contract left. There's no way I'm going red on this trade. There's no way I'm not making money on that last contract. I want to see if maybe we just get a quick pop and I can sell that off at $4.50, maybe even $6. So I do get a little greedy on that last one, but I don't mind being a little greedy on the last contract or on my last take profit. So I have 2 left. I have an order out at 485. There it goes. It gets filled. There we go. See, 485 limit order, 1 contract. I got 2 there from 412. The order's on the ask. 485. 490. Boom. So my 2 contracts. Now we only got one filled at 485. $5 is what I'm looking to get now. Let's fast forward this just a tad. So there we go. We're hitting $5. And I know we break above it. We might have already done so. There we go, 510. See, if I would have had my order there at $5 out there, I would have gotten that fill. And I put an order at $5. I really don't know how it doesn't get filled because the mid is at 505, the bid is at $5, and the ask is at 510. So I get no fill at $5 there. Oh, I delayed it. I didn't click. I clicked place order there. So now I'm on the ask at 5. I'm in here at 406 on these. So now I'm like, okay, this is gonna, we've kind of hit that target and we're getting a wick there. The volume isn't huge, so I'm gonna try to get out of this wherever I can. So I put out an order at 490 right there. Oops, I gotta click the sell to close. I hate that about this. I put out the order, it gets filled 490. I'm out of the position, and now I'm up on the day, well over $100. Before I was down 117 on that first trade. Now I'm up well over $100 on the day. So that's the other part of the lesson, is that we want to make sure our winners are bigger than our losers. We got to let these winners run. I knew there was a mistake that I made. I stopped out of it. I knew my trade idea was solid. I jumped back into it at the proper level, and I let my winner run. You got to let the winners run, and scaling out of it helped me and allowed me to let that winner run and make my winner 2 times bigger than my loser. And that makes me green on the day. And that's essential to us in the long run. And right here, I forgot to show you another one of those, bail before the fails. And this was a solid one because we took good profit up here. The high of day is 141.87. I took profit up here, okay, in the 141s. And now we're going off at 137s. Let me know how you did. I hope you enjoyed the video. Any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I upload my next video, and smash that like button. I'll catch you on the next one.